3 major liabilities that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. How many liabilities? 3 major liabilities that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. And before we continue, we said a liability is something that is going to take money from your pocket. An asset is something that is going to put money in your pocket. But if you're just dealing with the liabilities, then money is just coming out of your pocket without going back. And you have 3 major liabilities that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. At all costs, just avoid 3 major liabilities. Sometimes it's painful and it's not comfortable and it's not, it doesn't feel good to leave these 3 major liabilities, but you need to do them if you want to have a very good financial life, right? So 3 major liabilities to avoid in the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about liability number 1. Liability number 1 is a stay-at-home wife stroke husband. A stay-at-home wife stroke husband. With this economy right now, you're not supposed to be having a stay-at-home wife. When you marry someone and she is staying at home, she becomes a liability because she will just be asking for money. Here, I just want to state facts. Someone is going to feel bad. Oh, unatuonea sijui nini. Sasa kama mtu hana ni sawa. But I'm just saying, because matters to do with finance and money does not need emotions. So I'm just stating facts here. But when you have married someone and she is staying at home, then she becomes a liability. Na huko ndiko watu wanakosananga. That is the sources of divorces that you're having today, because you are staying at home, kazi yako ni kuitisha na ukumbuke leo hakuna hii jioni. You are just depending on one source of income, and maybe your husband is only having one source of income. The husband has not invested anywhere. It's a salary or a job, a day job. So the other thing is to having a stay-at-home husband. Of course, kuna wanaume hawana kazi, but their wives, they have jobs. So even when you are a wife and you have a husband who doesn't go to work, he is not even making an effort of going to look for money, he becomes a liability to your life. And that's why I'm saying that a stay-at-home wife or a husband should be avoided in the year 2025. This is a fact. It's something that you are not making out of emotions. You need to use your head. And we said money does not need emotions here. So this is something that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. All right? Number 2 is a car. Someone is going to crucify me for this. A car, and let me say personal car. Personal car is a liability that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. If you have not invested anywhere, if you don't have somewhere, anywhere that is you are not getting any passive income, not salary, not money, that is not income. I'm talking about passive income from assets or income from businesses that does not require your presence. If you don't have that, then buying a car should not be a priority for you. And actually, where are you going to get money to buy a car? Most people, because they don't have money to buy a car, and they feel that they can get some monthly income to service the loan, they normally take credit to buy a car. And that one is very dangerous. I normally say, when you go to a SACCO or any financial institutions to borrow and get some money, use that money for investment purposes. Do not acquire liability actually with borrowed money. It's not financially intelligent. Do not acquire liability with borrowed money. You're only supposed to leverage debt when you want to do investments. Acquire loan. Yes, go borrow a loan in a financial institution, but use it for investment purposes. There are people who even borrow money to pay dowry, to pay for marriage, to kufanya harusi, and that is the worst financial decisions to make, because you are paying something that is not for investment purposes, and unafikanga mahali unafika una feel you are straining. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that people should not drive. Do not crucify me, please. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to drive. Yeah, having a good car and driving feels good. It's a lifestyle that everyone is supposed to afford. But I normally say, instead of going to take a loan to purchase a car simply because you have some monthly income, without considering the cost of borrowing, without considering the cost of this car when you are staying with this and you don't have any other extra source of income. Here I just have problem with someone who doesn't have any other extra source of income. You are just depending on one source of income. Then this one should not be your priority. First, look for several sources of income. You can even now go to that bank or financial institutions to get that car. Are you getting what I'm saying? But mimi sijasema watu wajibambe. If you really need to drive a car, I recommend you go hire a car for 2 days or 3, then you return. It's just a one-time cost, and it's not going to cost you a lot. Other than having it there, you are paying monthly installments. The car does want to be fueled and so on and so on. So it's just removing money from your pocket, and it becomes a liability. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and the last one is excessive debts. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of having a loan portfolio, why don't you have an investment portfolio? Concentrate your life, or maybe spend your life building your asset column instead of having excessive debts, or what we call a loan portfolio. Uko na loan kwa bank, uko na loan kwa sako, beshte yako umemkopa, uko na loan kwa Shylock, employer amekukopesha, uko na loan kwa chama yenu. So you have a loan portfolio. Wewe unajulikana na loans. Instead of having that, why don't you have an investment portfolio? You have invested in shares, you have invested in money market fund, you have like 100 sheep in your home, you have a business, 2 businesses in Thika, you have another shop you have a car wash. So you have multiple streams of income. So instead of using money to purchase, to look for liabilities, and you are going to find yourself in excessive debts when you take loans to buy such things. For example, uliona msichana mrembo ukasema huyu siwezi achilia, nataka nioe huyu. So because I don't have money and I have the capability of borrowing, I'm going to borrow, pay for dowry, pay for marriage, and then niacho nikilipa loan. Excessive debt. Unasema huyu msichana anakaa lifestyle yake inakaa poa. The reason why I'm using that example is because hiyo ni kitu inaramba watu wengi. Wacha nichukue deni nyingine nimtafutie kagari ndo asikue anatembea, sitaki azeeke. Financial decisions. I said, do not make financial decisions with emotions. Financial decisions need you to use your mind, but not your heart. Wacha mtu akuchukie, but you know where you're going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 3 major liabilities that you're supposed to avoid in the year 2025. A stay-at-home wife stroke husband, a car if you have not invested anywhere, or you're just depending on one source of income, and excessive debts, actually to do nothing. We said that you're only supposed to take loans for the purpose of investments, but not for the purpose of acquisition of liabilities. Build your asset column. Do not build your liability column. This one is building your liability column, right? But investing is building your asset column. Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Mweri, a professional accountant with ex-FinOp and accountancy consultancy, and that is insurance and accountancy consultancy. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. If you want to talk to me, my contact is on the bio, and you can contact me through WhatsApp, and we are going to talk. Thank you so much, guys, and we meet in our next video. Thank you.